welcome to another audio commentary done by Luminous. Today I have Ian James Barnett alongside Ian. I'm sure you guys all heard of him. So Ian, quick introduction before we talk about the picks and bans.
Hey, yeah, this is looking forward to this game. As you can see, we have some interesting picks and bans. As you can see, we also have 5 bans up right now, so I guess they're using the most current version. This is kind of new, isn't it?
Yeah, 6.68, the infamous 20-minute CM mode. They only took 10 minutes to this game, but it takes forever. As we have today, LGD versus StarsBoba, both teams that you guys are fairly familiar with. LGD is more on the losing streak, while SB is more on the rise. So today we're going to see the glory of a former champion, sort of, up against the kind of the new and coming people. So do you want to talk about specific team or any hero that jumps out at you, Ian?
Yeah, so, well, about the teams in general, right now, as you can see, or it might be known recently, LGD has kind of been on a slump. They've been going through some issues with 2009 and his departure, and so, you know, they used to be maybe like the pinnacle of the Dota scene, and of course they're still, you know, it's still Chinese Dota, they're still amazing, but that's actually what makes this game kind of more exciting, is that maybe in the past this game wouldn't be so suspenseful, but honestly right now, to me it's kind of a flip of a coin. And if we look at these picks, one thing that should jump out at you is this last pick for StarsBoba. They pick Centaur, and he's definitely a very uncommon pick, and honestly I'm not entirely sure of the role that he's going to play in this game, so this will definitely be an educating experience for me. You know, he's being one of the less common picks, but anything jump out at you?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Scourge picks, they're really fat in terms of having a lot of HP and effective HP. Of course, the TIE Hunter and the Centaur, like you said, they're going to be really tanky. And then with the Voodoo Restoration and the Wind Run on the Wind Runner, so they could withstand a lot of physical DPS, which is really up what LGD is trying to do. They have, you know, they're going for their infamous aura strategy with the Command Aura, True Shot Aura, and the Inner Beast, or whatever that Rexar Aura is called. So I mean, also I noticed some nice synergy with the LGD heroes. They have a lot of map hacks going on. Wave of Terror, the Hawk, the Venom Wards, they all really give a lot of sight in a great AoE for the Sentinels. So they're gonna have map hacks activated. I'm not too sure how StarsBoba is gonna cope. And finally, I noticed that LGD has banned StarsBoba's infamous Furion solo mid. So I'm not too sure what SB is gonna do. And any prediction on the lanings, or how do you feel like who has the advantage after the picks so far?
I honestly think StarsBoba is going to have an advantage in the early game. I think they should have a roaming Tide Hunter, and I really do think that they can actually combine with the slow and maybe with the cask. Centaur is just a powerful force early. And actually, whenever we've seen him in his rare appearances in professional play, he's often teamed up with a hero like Witch Doctor, which maybe we can expect to see. And the results have always been devastating. So I think that actually LGD needs to be careful. They need to watch their backs in the early game, and hope that this game drags out.
And looking at the LG lineup, I think they're most likely going to run a Triling with a Drow and I think Rexar solo. And the scary thing about Centaur is he has so much HP, and he generally withstands Triling pretty well. So if they could match up the Triling with the Centaur, they might be in a good shape. And also, I think in ESWC, DTS used Centaur against eHome, but they completely failed at it. So hopefully, let's see if this one will pay out in terms of having the right picks. So I think we talked enough about the heroes. Should we? Are you ready to unpause?
Let's give this a start.
All right, I'm gonna be unpausing in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. So I'm at 1031, 1032, 1033. Everything good?
Yep, we're good.
All right, so let's see who's been playing what. We do have ZSMJ, of course, playing the Drow Ranger. GX. With the departure of 2009, we do see the Kunkka player XC. I have no idea what that stands for. As all the Chinese names, we don't know what that stands for.
Yeah, I'm not
playing
sure
the Kunkka, so it looks like he's gonna get Ring of Basilius first from the item.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna get a Ring of Protection.
Yeah.
Odd.
And if we look over on the Scourge side, I noticed that StarsBoba, they have, attend some reading, they have, I guess, Ice, and he is not Ice. If you, you might be confused. He's an older player for them. His name's Ice Mage, so he's kind of come back, I guess. He used to be on their roster, so I'm not exactly sure what he's doing in this game, but he's on the Witch Doctor. So, I guess we'll see. Keep your eyes on him. Maybe he'll be a permanent fixture. Who knows? But as we can see right now, we have Tide, Brad Warden, and as expected, Witch Doctors accompanying him, and they're roaming around, and they will be lethal. And we very well could expect the first blood could come from this trio.
Yeah. And looks like just from the Ring of Basilis, I think the TIE Hunter might actually just stay at trialing with them, because generally you get Ring of Basilis is really good in trialing. I mean, it's 3 times as effective, as we see 2 very common observer wards being placed for the Scourge, and the Sentinel placing a pretty common observer ward on the Sentinel Forest there. So let's see what, I mean, if it's a trialing pit against a trialing, I have to give the advantage to the Scourge trialing, because they're really tanky. They have the Voodoo Restoration at 2, and they just take a lot of nukes to bring down. Meanwhile, on the other side, you do Venge, Venno. They're really frail heroes, so any mistake that they make will equal a death here. So let's see how this lane will play out.
Also, I commend StarsBoba for their warbs placement. I think it's actually a little bit of a risk not having a defensive ward for your solo Illyria, despite her wind run ability, but they've definitely guessed it right, as she will not be facing anything. And up top we have some action already, and sure enough we get that hoof stomp, but will it be enough? I do not think it'll be enough to take down Venno, and instead Tidehunter finds himself in a world of trouble. And he does end up going down, but meanwhile followed by Vengeful Spirit. Will Witch Doctor go down? No, it remains an even count. But then Venno goes down, and this is already an immensely action-packed game. And the hoof stomp there at level 2, triple kill there from the Brad Warden. And we see what an offensive threat he can be just at level 2 with his hoof stomp and the massive damage he can get from his double edge. So wow, what a start to this game.
That's exactly what I mean. That guy is fat, man. They threw every spell at him. He just kind of came back a little bit, waited for the stomp cooldown, and just went straight at it. Also, really good Centaur. All he needs mana is for that stomp, because double edge only costing HP now, thanks to that little buff that Ice Rock gave him. So Centaur looking like to be really really respectable, really fearsome in a trialing. I mean, especially against these really frail here. Look at that Centaur just running up against them. There's a lot of spell being casted on, but thanks to that Voodoo Restoration, they will do a lot of damage to that Venge. Venge is one hit away. She's going to salve up, and she will be okay.
Yes, certainly. It's this almost the duo of just Witch Doctor and Brad Warden is turning out to be just amazing. Just the Voodoo Restoration combined with Cask setting up his hoof stomp, really paying off.
Yeah, talking about mid lane, one thing we actually failed to mention, if you look at the Nevermore, he only has 5 creep kills, but he already got his magic bottle. This means that he has saved maybe 100 or 200 gold at the beginning by not getting a full inventory. If you look at his item, he only has 3 3G branches and a Tango. And it looks like Rexar has gone the exact same build, so both people rushing to their bottle early. Different players have different preferences about kind of saving items, saving up gold in the beginning. And it looks like they're both doing the exact same build. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we do see ZSMJ solo Drow Ranger only at 4-1, getting completely outlaned by the Windrunner, who is at 9-5 at this point. So ZSMJ not having the usual game that she's having. I just totally missed another kill up top.
It's okay. Up top, Venomancer went down again to this tri-lane, which they could not manage to bring down the Brad Warden, who is perched at maybe 10th health, but thanks to Voodoo Restoration, he's back up high again, and they're actually going to end up getting 2 kills, thanks to a great gush there from Leviathan, and they're escaping again with only a 10th health. Are we going to get... they're doing some pursuit there. We see a Torrent, and it's dodged there. Are they still going to be able to chase him down? I do not think he'll be able to get out of this alive, and he does end up going down. Brad Warren is only at 100, but that's all that he needed for his stomp. If you notice that, he was waiting for his enough mana for his hoof stomp, and as soon as he got 100, it was perfect timing, and he was able to lay the hurt down and grab a kill, and somehow he's getting out of this alive.
Oh my god, 12, 13 HP for... Oh, those creeps are dumb Sentinel creeps. They should have just took a swipe at that Centaur. I mean, that was a lot of gold saved up. I think Centaur, what, 3 minutes in, 4 minutes in, already 4-0. He does have boost of speed. Let's see if he's gonna go into a phase boost. If he gets a phase boost before anyone else in this lane, he will just own some ass, like really bad.
I agree. Also, I think it would be worthy if he just could spare the gold for a stout shield, even if he doesn't want to turn it into anything. Especially their playstyle where they send him storming in front of everybody, and he doesn't really, it's such a cheap way to increase his effective HP. If he has the spare money anyway, I think it would definitely be worth a buy.
I'm sure he does have the spare money.
Instead he's going, it looks like he's going straight for some treads actually.
Looking at the mid lane, we do see So Soon playing the Shadow Fiend. It looks like they just got picked up by eHome's team, Gigabyte. I think eHome also carried that tag, so I guess some sponsor issues here. Nevermore has picked up a haste rune, so he will be doubly dangerous. Let's see if he's gonna go gank the side lanes or will be ganking one of looks like he's gonna go top probably with that haste rune. So top lane is gonna be definitely in trouble, and I think YYF is going to be going bottom lane, so these side lanes going to be experiencing some crazy ganks as we see Ty Hunter gushing the Kunkka here, and we do see the Centaur coming in, stopping the two support heroes, double raise, triple raise, everyone hitting, and they do take a double kill for So Soon. So Shadow Fiend already extremely rich from this tri-lane. If you look at the head counts, 2 to 8. The support is 0 and 3, 0 and 4 respectively for LGD. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, we do see a roar going on. Windrunner taking some ice arrow, but a nice shackle shot. Wow.
And it looks like Windrunner's doing everything in her ability to prevent a consolation prize for the successful gank on top. There go some wild axes, and they do finish her off, so they do get a slight consolation prize. But fatal mistake there, I think, or I guess not so much a fatal mistake. As we saw, we actually had Beastmaster put his Hawk in a good position over the top rune area, but when Nevermore went to make his gank on top, he actually ran up and around that, so he fortunately did not pass by any wards or any vision for LGD, so they were completely unexpecting, which was a big reason for the huge success in that gank.
Yeah, that was definitely to the merit of So Soon, who went very, very I guess an unorthodox route to top lane. He just kind of dodged all the common ward spots and common kind of hawk spot for the Beastmaster. So with that haste rune, he definitely got a lot of kills. So looking at this top lane, my god, that Centaur looks like he is not going to go face boots, which is very, very uncommon. I guess he's going to go for strength treads. I mean, I guess extra HP never hurts, as we see another Shadow Fiend coming to gank bottom. ZSMJ, very unsuspecting, is going to chase a Windrunner, maybe to our doom. Let's see if he can kill the Windrunner, doing some baiting here, and we're going to see Shadow Fiend coming in with the backstab.
Oh, totally baited.
Meanwhile, on the top lane, we do see Venomancer hiding behind his 18 wards, but he is going to get double edge. Those wards not doing that much damage. A missed torn here, another stomp. I think that Venge is also gone, so really, really action-packed. Vanvich being used. I think this Kunkka is also in trouble. Voodoo Restoration making them tank like crazy. My god, this tri-lane is insane.
Yeah, and we saw we had a missed torrent there earlier, which basically left Kunkka completely defenseless. And this tri-lane is basically working out as the magic that they had hoped it would. In fact, right now they actually have such a huge creep line that perhaps they can make a push on the tower. It may be too early to do that, but in their own interest. But they are definitely going to lay some hurt down on it before we see Venomancer comes up. We're also getting a teleport in, and they're actually going to make a move on this. So a hoof stomp on CH is just at only level 3. How unfortunate. They're basically just, as soon as they're reviving, Brad Warden's running around getting kills like crazy. And
yeah, Brad Warden is chopping everyone's heads off like crazy.
I know. I think a big reason for this is actually it plays to the benefit that Brad Warden is not usually played against